Good morning, good morning. How's it going, guys? Let's get this thing started. Who is up in here? Ground fog. Good morning, good morning. Nick Martino, how's it going? Hey, Nick, did your backpack come in? B&A, what's happening? Beans have been watered. Absolutely, dude, a must, man. And then, yeah, morning coffee, and then on to step two, the cracking a can, Monster Energy. We'll get there eventually. But yeah, how's it going, everybody? Good morning. Another day in paradise. It's Sunday morning. How is everybody doing? Is anybody still here? I don't know. YouTube's putting quite the lag in this. Yeah, it's 1 minute on my timer and nothing's registering. It's yeah, zero views, nobody's here, no chat rate, no average view duration, nothing's registering. We'll give it a second though. But yeah, how is everybody doing? Or if anybody's here. If nobody's here, how's nobody doing? If you're here, how are you doing? It's another day in paradise, rocking the Spider Coast Sage 5 CF as well. Got a little bit planned for today. Hopefully, we're going to get out and do some slingshotting. Sounds like a solid plan. Always got to have the knife available. Of course, we'll be carrying the Leatherman Wave Plus as well. I know it's the same EDC. This is definitely not Taylor Martin's EDC. That dude's got more stuff than he knows what to do with, I think. Like, he's got a lot of pretty stuff too, a lot of fancy matching things, a little blingity bling bling. But yeah, there we go, B&A, what's happening, man? I was about ready to wonder, like, should I restart it, retry it or something? I wasn't sure. Like, yeah, I don't know, YouTube saying zero views, but yeah, we said something bad the other day and YouTube shut me right down. Like, yeah, I'm back to back to virtually no views, man. But yeah, Nick Martino, how's it going? I'm not sure if you caught it, but did you end up getting your backpack, man? How's that working out for you? Where'd you go? Oh, hasn't come in yet? Well, look on the bright side, man. At least you still have that to look forward to. Yeah, maybe Monday, huh? But yeah, and then of course we got the Bic lighter in the Exotech fire sleeve. Just, because you never know, right? It is what it is, Ricky Bobby. Yeah, that's hey man. I think everybody gets excited when there's new gear showing up, when the box man is coming. It's a good time. Yeah, I love it. I have no willpower either. I'll never get to a proper unboxing video on this channel. Like, unless we can time it so that the box shows up like during the live and Mrs. B brings it in or something. Otherwise, it's like when he shows up, he's already holding the package. So I'm like, here, just hold that for a second longer and let me crack it open while you got it. Thanks for holding it, buddy. But yeah. And then the Streamlight ProTac single AAA flashlight. Definitely handy dandy indeed. So yeah, I never pay for the fast shipping either. Like, if and the only time I've ever done that is like work related. Like, I needed parts or something like that by the weekend, like, or it was Wednesday, I need it by Friday, then yeah. But business expense versus personal. Like, personally, I never do it. But Blade Show didn't get me too excited. Dude, I didn't even bat an eye at Blade Show. It's not even a factor. Like, it is what it is. Who really cares? Um, the funny part is there's a lot of people there that, like, totally YouTube it up with budget bangers and stuff like that. Like, it's all about the $50 knife and everything. But they're willing to spend a few $100s on tickets to go look at knives, a couple $100s more for the VIP pass, few $100s for the hotel room, airfare, traveling, even if you go by car, gas and expenses and stuff like that. So yeah, the people offering up budget bangers are spending $1,000 to go look at the nice for the weekend. You know what they really want? They don't want those budget bangers. They want that custom bling bling at the table at Blade Show, right? And then the YouTubers going around like, you know, scoffing up all the stickers and swag and stuff like that for their giveaways. So I don't know. Yeah, Blade Show. I don't know. I've never been into stuff like that. The only thing I got into going professionally is the it's kind of like Blade Show but for parachutes. It's the PIA Symposium, the Parachute Industries Association. But I didn't go there for entertainment value. I went there to learn. They got a lot of seminars and educational things and stuff like that. So, um, yeah. What's that? YouTube's getting weird with that stuff lately. Yeah, I saw some pretty awesome stuff coming down the pipe. Yeah, I'm not paying $35 to get in a day faster. Is I thought it was more than $35. I must be thinking of something else, or maybe Ticketmaster hasn't gotten a hold of the tickets for Blade Show yet. But everybody that I've talked to that's gone is, it's pretty expensive. I guess their little food corral there is like like $15 hot dogs or something, like like fair prices and everything. But yeah, I guess between transportation and cost of being there and everything, isn't it like 100 and something dollars or something just for the ticket? Depending, I don't know, but yeah, it's an awful lot of money to look at knives. um, I kind of like I lost interest in a lot of stuff like that. Like if I'm going someplace to buy something, I shouldn't be charged to get in. I'm just saying that's just me. Like even if you go to the, pew pew shows and stuff, I don't like the idea of getting charged 10, 15, $20 to get in to spend money. I've just never been a fan of anything like that. Yeah, I think everyone should experience Blade Show at least one time if you love knives. Yeah, everything is expensive. The passes just to get in one day is expensive. Yeah. Yeah, it cost me almost $20 to fill the bike. Used to cost like seven. Oh yeah, yeah. The greedflation is taking over in this country. I'm starting to wonder how long we're going to be a country for. Wasn't it Friday, Thursday or Friday no, it was Friday, right? Like the market, the exchange there, the Wall Street thing that went down by like $1 trillion. It was like an epic loss. And the last time that happened was prior to the 2008 crash. So yeah, I think we're in for one heck of a ride coming up. I think things are gonna it's gonna happen overnight. There's not gonna be like a slow, gradual like creep into it kind of thing. I think the United States and the entire Western world is getting hit. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, I hope for the best, but expect the worst kind of situation. Will gas ever get to back? No, Nick, that's the whole thing. Prices never go down. They always go up. In fact, there was a last time there was a major fuel crisis. Like gas went from like $1.79 in that price range, $1.79, $1.89, all the way up to $5. Our cost of a jump ticket to jump, like for a fun jump, um, went from about $16 all the way up to $25. Well, they managed to get the gas back down to like $2. And guess what? Jump tickets stayed at $25. They're a lot. They're higher. They're crazy high now. Like, yeah, every time it goes up a buck or two, like our fuel costs would go up a buck or two in the cost of a jump ticket, but it would never go back down. And then the cost of gas the like regular car gas would go back down, but our jump ticket stayed the same. And then gas would go up, like a year or two later, it would go up a buck or two. So they'd raise our jump ticket a buck or two. And then when gas prices went back down, the jump tickets, like nobody ever charges less. Like, yeah, I think the shrinkflation, the inflation, everything is here to stay. And until they manage and somehow like to fix the economy to break the system. But that's not 91 or 9. Yeah, they're slow. Yeah, well, yeah, you'll own that. You'll own nothing and be happy, Nick. That's what they're doing, man. It's driving me absolutely bonkers. Like I remember when the Heliocon Tech Swagman roll was like $89 in multicam. That same one now is $225. Same thing. The man that silky Katana Boy 500 drives me nuts. That thing used to be around 160. Now it's 352. And if that's not expensive enough for you, they came out with a pro version that's 50 millimeters bigger. So you can get the Silky Katana Boy 550 Pro. And that thing was what, 460? Yeah, $460 or something. And it's not that much more than the old one. It's not like there's no like new super metallurgy in it. It's not like they went from like, the blade used to be aluminum, but now it's a 550 millimeter Magna Cut blade or something. It's just a smidge different than the original version, and but three times the price of the original version, almost three times the price. Yeah, yeah. The original version you could find it all day long for 160, but the Katana Boy 550 Pro is $460. I have no interest in owning one. That not at that price. I don't see the value. Um, yeah, yeah. It's greed, and not only that, um it's all everything's corporate now, so they gotta make sure that they got margins for the shareholders and the stockholders and stuff like that. So yeah, they're just charging as much as they possibly can, anything they can get. It's just yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah, Nick, it used to be like $90, and that included the multicam one. Because yeah, sometimes there's the cry tax. Yeah, we cry over that tax, but no, the cry the founders of that dude tactical go 619. Yeah, K bar USMC. Yay, awesome. Yeah. Is there a point you're trying to make? That was kind of random, dude. Because you entered the chat with one word. The only thing you did was tactical. And then your next one, K bar USMC. All right, you want to talk about it? Um, yeah, it's a criminal amount of. It is. It's a criminal, but there's free enterprise, right? There's no laws against it. And as long as we're dumb enough to keep buying their stuff, they're going to keep jacking up the prices. They'll jack up the prices until the sales slow down, and then they'll leave it there until they have another reason to jack it up. But they're doing that with all kinds of stuff, man. Every time you log on to Amazon, you go to your cart, and the top will tell you everything that they're trying to rip you off on. Like stuff just keeps like going up in price like nonstop. It's sickening. Um, the good thing is though is this isn't a QVC channel, so I don't fret it as much as I'm sure some of the other places do. The ones that have the budget banger of the year every day of the week, every day of the month, they must be stressing, man. Um, yeah, I have a plain brown one somewhere I got for Christmas a couple years ago, the Swagman roll. I definitely wanted the multicam, but I already have a brown one. Yeah. It's only after you've lost everything that you're free to do anything. Tyler, you're not kidding, man. I'll tell you, man, you're preaching to the choir. I lived off of a mountain bike. Like I'd say like somewhere 70%, 60% of everything I owned fit on that mountain bike. The only thing that didn't fit on that mountain bike was my work related stuff, my rigging tools and my harness container systems, parachutes, things like that. And I boxed those up and shipped those every time I moved. Um, and that is the ultimate freedom. When you get away from over consumerism, when you get away from materialism, and you'd be surprised how much money you have. Really, when you do your groceries on a mountain bike, whatever store you go to, there's no impulse buying. There's no compulsive habit there because you can only carry what you fit on your bike. So you start with your necessities, and that's pretty much what it is. You might have room for a couple of candy bars, a little snack, or something like that. but you're not going into the store intending to do $100 worth of groceries, leaving with an additional $400 worth of Dragon Country junk. Um, yeah, yeah. Oh well, yeah, that's yeah. We were talking about that Friday night B&A. Yeah, yeah. Duty's talking. I watched the whole video, man. I was if I wasn't already shaving my head bald, I would have been pulling my hair out, going like, "This is the same stuff I was saying 18 months ago." Especially, there was some mention of those pass arounds that they can't use, that they don't use, that come out of the box and they say, "Oh, look, it's great. It's got a flicky flicky." And then best budget banger of the year here, and the affiliate links in the description. And then it goes in the box and gets shipped to the next person who does the same exact thing. Like, yeah, you can relate that to like being cheesy enough to go to like, I don't know, Cabela's, Bass Pro Shops, Wally World, Target, Dick's Sporting Goods, wherever it is you go, you can go there and like because of their ridiculous return policies, you could even like stay home and do it through Scamazon. But you could order knife after knife after knife and be like, "Oh, look, best budget banger of the year," and then put it back in the box with a return label. I mean, that's the equivalent. Like what kind of information are you given? Nothing. It's poo poo soup, man. But worker bees can leave, even drones can fly away. The queen is their slave. Gonzo, what's happening, man? Welcome to the chat. Good morning. It's Sunday morning. How you doing, brother, man? Good to see you. So, yeah, man. But I was talking about that like a year and a half ago or so, 18 months roughly. Um, and, and then all of a sudden, go figure, I was getting swarmed with trolls that wanted to pick on my knives. Like, did you get those from Timu? Dude, if we didn't hear that 100 times, we didn't hear it once. It's like, you degenerates. Be more creative with that. That's all you got. Like, we all know better. But yeah. So there's definitely Tyler knows what he's talking about there with that one. Yeah, man. In fact, this is the first time in my life I'm filthy knife rich. Like I've got more knives now than I've ever had at one time. Oh yeah, Mrs. B's at work this morning. She's doing the work thing, and she had to go in early. But Cannon, brother, man, sent a tactical corgi. Speaking of Cannon, hey, this is oh wow. I'll just blurt it out. The I'd rather hurt somebody with the truth than kill them with a lie. And Cannon, I got to be honest with you, brother. You know how somebody says like, "Hey, don't worry, man, I didn't forget about you." Well, in this case, Cannon, I did forget about you, brother, and I'm sorry about that. I have a little something to ship to you. It's been sitting around for a couple weeks, and I don't know why, but I thought we shipped it already because I don't do the shipping. That's Mrs. B's department. So take it out on her. But yeah, dude, I did forget about you, but I'm on top of it now. So Mrs. B's next day off, um, I'll be uh, I'll be sending you a tracking number, buddy. So I got you covered. But yeah, Cannon, how's our buddy Mojo Jojo doing the tactical corgi, and how are you doing, my man? Um, yeah, I turn it down all the time, man. Anything Chinesium, like anytime they email me and like, "Hey, man," because I know they're all a bunch of liars. Um, yeah, who was it recently? There's one of them asked me like they left a chat on one of my shorts, a text on one of the shorts, like, "Hey, we like your video and we'd like to know if you'd like to represent, our some of our knives or some crap like that." And I was just like, I'm extremely um oh, what did I say? Something like yeah, I'm extremely picky about what I put on my channel, but you're welcome to send me an email. I didn't want to get too rude in the chat on my short, because I would have said, if it's Chinesium, you can go pump sand. Although I probably should have said that because it just would have been more fun. Probably would have made for a better story too. It's all good. Lots of love. Exactly. Thank you, Cannon Man. Right back at you, brother. Um, Logan, it's for what's for self-defense? I need a knife that can slice through steel. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, Logan. It's get a lightsaber, man. Come on, be realistic. How many knives can slice through steel? What's wrong with you? Um, I whatever. You know what? I got to start doing this more often, and I think my channel will start doing better. But yeah, you just got the boot for being a tool. I don't have time for stupid. Kapow, pew pew. Um, yeah, there's a brand new knife company every day. It is, yeah, and all it is, it's rebranded crap. You know, you've got certain people that are acting as OEMs, and then they've got all the machining set up, and everything can go plus or minus 3%. So you have like this 6% variable on stuff. Um, and then they just change a name. What's even more repulsive is when it's an American company. They're trying to, made in America, but it's not made in America. It's rebranded Chinesium, and then it goes from $50 to $200. But no, really, I'm not making any money off of this. It's like when I hear somebody say something like that, it's like, what's your full time job? You a used car salesman? Or just a car salesman. That's a car salesman's most famous line. We're not making any money off of this. It is. It's all junk. And even Duty was saying how, a lot of them have really soft steel, so it's not even going to last you very long. Um, but none of them know that because they never actually use it. You know what I mean? Or you know what he means? That's what he said. I've been saying that for a while now. Like what kind of quality are they putting into that stuff? We know Chinesium is made like there's Chinesium, not just steel, but there's Chinesium plastic. There's Chinesium electronics that have like a self implode of 2 years. Yeah, it's just never ending. Go ahead, BNA, say it. Say it. Do it in types. Do it in types. Type it in caps, dude. Make sure, yeah. Like shout it. That's yelling on the interwebs, right? Do it in caps, BNA. Don't hold back. Again, that's why I love my Protect knives. Yeah, hey man, and that's I still you might find this hard to believe. I still love all my knives. And yeah, they're absolutely outstanding. I love all my knives. My knives are freaking awesome. I said it earlier, I'm filthy knife rich. I've never been this knife rich in my entire life. And yeah, I'm bathing in wealth of knives. It's absolutely glorious. Um, Too many knife tubers bringing nothing to the table and need to get a real fucking job. Yeah, I agree with you, B&A. Yeah, and yeah, every time you you ruin a chair, you don't have to crowdfund it. Buy your own damn chair. Um, but hey, B&A, while we're on the topic, man, just a friendly reminder, I don't have to be live for, like lunchtime for you to send me lunch, If you want to DoorDash me lunch, you don't wait till I'm live. Just, hook a brother up. Um, no, I'm just kidding. Nobody DoorDash me lunch. I'll be extremely upset with you. Don't even know shit about knives. B&A, you don't have to tell everybody. I don't, man, I know, man, I don't know shit. You know that. I know what I know, like when I'm going to purchase a knife, I do the research, at the time of purchase to make sure I'm happy with what I'm getting. And then, dude, you know more about me. Like Nick knows more about knives. Gonzo knows more about knives than me. Like that's the sad part about my channel. Um, Most of the people in my chat know more about knives than I do. I mean, I know how to use them. I can do the slicey dicey thing. I can carve some notches. I can take a stick and take the scales off my knife and make a spear. Because I've never had to do that, but I could. Um, I've done it for fun, but I've never had to do it, but I can. Like I can use a knife outdoors. I can't use a knife anywhere in the same like level that like Papa Rhino can. Like I don't have those culinary knife skills either. I would love to learn how to do some of that stuff. I kind of took a chance at it a couple times, but it was like playing that game where you do like around the fingers, boom, 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 boom. That's how I felt slicing. I was like, it's only a matter of time before I shave a quarter inch off a finger or something. But Lost and Happy, good morning. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Oh, just got gifted a 7-pocket. Cannon, you got a 7-pocket chest rig? So what well, how many it fits what? Seven 24 packs of Crayola? So yeah, dude, that's wow, that's pretty good actually. That's 168 crayons, brother. You're all set, dude, for the weekend. Um I can, dude, I can dig a hole with a knife too. In fact, that's how I screwed up my Spartan Blades Horkos. I think I did a pretty good job of fixing it though. Dude, I seriously, I had like, like the roadside taco stand. While I was bike touring, I grabbed some of that, and like maybe like 4 or 5 miles down the road, like there's no place to stop legitimately, but there's a lot of wood, so I stopped. And I'm not a trashy person, so I dig a cat hole. So I'm like digging away, like as quick as I can, chop, 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 chop. And then all of a sudden it was like chop, 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 ting. And I was like, no, come on. And so I did the thing. I screwed up the tip to the knife. I fixed most of it actually. But yeah. And long story short, man. So I messed up the tip to the knife. And I'm not like a regrinding person. I can sharpen, but I can't like what's the word I'm looking for? Like I can't like oh what's you know what I'm saying? Like I don't redo the knife, you know what I mean? So I called up Spartan Blades and I spoke with Curtis and I was like, "Hey man, how much would it cost to like have my knife fixed?" Like here's what happened. I was digging a hole and I slammed it into like a solid rock or something and I messed up the tip. And so Curtis is like, "Well, just send it to us, we'll fix it." And then he says, "If I can't fix it, I'll send you a replacement." And I was like, "No." Like that's like no, you can't do that. Like that's not how this works. It's not a manufacturer's defect. It's not something that Spartan Blades did. Like I was trying to save my boxers and I was digging a hole with my knife and I slammed the tip with a rock and messed it up. Like I should pay for that. So he's like, "Oh, just send it in, like I said, if we have to, we'll send you a new one." So I didn't send it in because way too many people abuse warranties and generosities like that. And if too many people do it, that's one other thing that causes inflation, like they got to divide that cost somewhere. Like it's an expensive knife. Like when I got it, it was like $330. I think they're up to like 385 now or something. But I got this like 15 years ago. This is the S35 VN version. Does it say it there? Yeah, it does. See, so it's older. Like now it's in like the S45 VN. But anyhow, I'm like, there's no chance I'm gonna send that to them, thinking that they're gonna send me a free one. It wasn't gonna happen. So I busted out the Lansky man and I started doing a little reprofiling myself. And I'm like, well, if I screw it up, I screw it up. Whatever. I'll buy another one. Um, yeah, actually having to repair a knife edge from chips isn't easy. Oh, I can dig a hole. I'll mail you a cheese sandwich. Yeah, just getting caught up on the comments here, guys. Actually having a repair. Yeah, Nick, it's not. It wasn't like the blade chipped. It was like I smashed in the tip. There's still a little bit of messiness there, but I was like, whatever, man. It's not a fashion show. It's still functional. I mean, it's still got enough of a point. If you had to pokey something, you could. So yeah, and I'm up to par like on all the current knife terminologies. Obviously, little slicey, pokey. Um, what? Yeah, I need to do a few mods to it, but it's solid piece of what? Oh yeah, modding gear is fun, man. Canon, yeah, absolutely. Dude, what I wouldn't give for some like sewing machines, and you guys could be sending me stuff. We could be modding it for the fun of it. Um, The new bug out is $375. Like, what does it do? Is it like meteorite scales with like magna cut and some fancy bling bling? Oh, Canon, yeah, the Horkos, yeah, it's a sweet knife, man. It's like their all around knife. It's like, it could be like fighting, but mostly it's like field utility knife. And it does great, man. It's S35 VN steel. I've baton some stuff with it, nothing like super duty, like I haven't cut frying pans in half or anything, but I have like, baton my kindling and smaller stuff with it. It's great for that. The only downside to this knife, and you could mod it, is there's no it like you can't strike a ferrocium rod with it. I mean, you could with the edge, but that's it. There's no striking of the ferro rods on the spine or anything. It's rounded in the DLC coating and everything. Um, how do you feel about automatic karambit knives for his EDC, and have you ever had to use EDC for self defense? No, I've never had to use EDC for self defense. And what you carry for your EDC, I mean, if you want a knife that specific as a karambit, yeah, like, dude, rock on with your bad self, man. That's what I always say. I've been EDCing this for like 18 months now. This is the Spyderco Sage 5 CF. Um, and this is more than adequate for EDC. Um, yeah, my man B&A hooked me up with that. Thanks again, brother. Automatic karambit is rare, not really name three. Go ahead. Yeah. Not brand names, not brand names, not even close. Lost and happy, what's happening? Spartan is dope as fuck. I have tops, and I thought that was the top of the top, but Lion Steel, man, I want a knife from them, but I would never use it. Yeah, you got to get one. You don't have to get one you're going to use, but if you want to have a safe queen, lost and happy, that's entirely up to you. Um, there's nothing wrong with those either. If you feel your knife's an investment, but they're really not. I don't think knives are very good investments. Like as far as like flipping them or something like that, I don't think that's a fun game to play. But I think they're good investments as far as like tools and stuff. Like if it's something you're gonna put to use, then yeah, man, and invest in something decent, quality over quantity. It looks cool, but BM has lost their tan line. Yeah, what is? Yeah, yeah, that'll be the Bushcraft Rebooted sponsored like collab um knife is, yeah, the Ricky Bobby Bowie. Dude, what do you bet just that sells just because of the name? And we'll make it like disgustingly oversized. It'll be like 14 and a half inches overall or something, like 5-inch handle. Of course, it's going to be like PVD coated with OD scales. Um, and then, yeah, we'll have it engraved, the Ricky Bobby Bowie. Um, love my Swiss Army knife. Have the Swiss Champ. Dude, the Swiss Champ is a bomber. Yeah, that's a solid. I used to carry Swiss Army knives like growing up, and then when I went in the army, I got introduced to the multi tool, and I've been a multi tool geek ever since. Like, yeah, back in the day when Gerber was still making something halfway decent before their Bear Grylls days, and it was a good deal at the PX and clothing and sales. You can get them there as well. But I had both the Gerber LMF, the BMF, the the Gerber multi tool with the flick. You like at first you had to like pull it out, but once it loosened up, you could just flick it, and the pliers would come out. And then I went through several Gerber Gators. Yeah, I lost a couple. I think I might have broke a couple. But yeah, back in the day, they were like, $25 or something for a Gerber Gator at the PX. Oh, that's back when AFES was still giving a good deal before all the whining and stuff that happened. Like apparently there was a bunch of um like people that would retail outside of military posts complained about like the PX prices because they were deals and it wasn't fair competition. So yeah, AFES ended up jacking up their prices and they no longer were like it wasn't worth the trip to the PX anymore. You could get like anything you wanted. Um, Squat shot, what's happening? Good morning, man. Yeah, my business partner lost his Benchmade Crooked River at work custom shop build too. At B&A, did you tell him to check the roof? Uh, people have been known to find a knife on the roof, or a multi-tool, you know. Yeah, can you believe our country will jail me if I get into a fight with someone who'd try to mug me and EDC is fully illegal? Not even mace is allowed. Oh, what country are you in, man? Like, yeah, you can't even have mace, but yeah, that's insane. That's true, but yeah, Benchmade definitely led the way, but I think they, yeah, they got like cocky, arrogant, and greedy. That's what I think, and that's what most people say. Like, they're still making decent stuff if they drop their prices some. Like the prices are just out of real. Mora did the same thing, man. Mora came out with these. Oh, it's got real wood handles, and they were like, $300-400 little like little I don't know, like 4-inch knives or something. And it went from like Moors or like all the Moore lineup is under $100, and they shot all the way up to like $300 to $400 depending on which model and stuff. Yeah, Leatherman is falling. Yeah, Leatherman's gotten there too. I'm glad I own everything I want from Leatherman. I think I'm gonna call out their greedflation and just stop purchasing from them. Like if you could scoot their prices back about 5 years, I would consider purchasing more stuff for the channel, and it'd be fun to try it out and give it away and stuff. But yeah, they just keep getting greedier and greedier. $10 here, $20 there. Oh, no more sheath, but we'll sell it to you for $25. So yeah, like they've gotten Leatherman's gotten greedy. I'm gonna start tagging them. Like I'll do a video about why I don't buy their stuff and tag them. Maybe, and then we'll just get hopefully a lot of people to comment in it. Maybe it'll go like I don't know. Yeah, got to be UK. No, there's a lot of places like that now, not just UK. I mean, there's tons of places that you can't carry knives or any type of mace or yeah. You can't even carry a stick because they're like, oh, that stick looks like you could abuse somebody with it. It's like, no, man, it's because I got a limp, man. It's called a cane. Um, yeah, if I raise my prices, I won't get jobs. Yeah. Well, and that's the whole thing. Yeah, B&A, if you raise your prices, you won't get jobs. We need to start thinking like that with these companies. If they raise their prices, we don't need their products. That's the way I see it. Or you can just start grossly limiting your products at minimum, Like I was saying, I've got everything I want from Leatherman. I've got the Wave Plus, which is my EDC. I've got the Raptor shears, which I originally got those for work, but I think they're still fun to have. I always use scissors when I'm camping. And I've got the Leatherman Surge. This is all I really care about. Like, I've got everything covered. I've got a great EDC tool. I've got the Surge, which is great for the field and especially like for a mountain biker and stuff. And then I've got the Surge because, dude, I carried these scissors with me for a decade. Because when you need scissors, man. And these used to cut great. They're kind of like dull now. Um, but yeah, I used to carry these, but now like Mrs. B got me this for Christmas years ago because they I used to carry like standard shears, but I like the fold up version. Yeah, for work. It wasn't part of my job, but it happens, like when we had somebody biff in and we got the ambulance on the way, I could start prepping them and I know where and how to cut the harness and everything. So how to cut lines, all that stuff. So, but what's my favorite knife? My favorite knife right now, my all around favorite is my Phobos Knives Tier One BC. This one right here is probably like my kind of favorite. It's my favorite, like utility wise, but like all my knives are awesome. Every single knife I have has a cool story behind it. Like legitimately, all my knives have a really cool story. Like like my EDC knife is a gift from my man B&A, brand new American. He's in the chat right now. Um, this knife right here, this is the Phobos Knives Calcula. This is it doesn't matter what it is, like the specs are the specs. But yeah, hey man, times were tough about like 2 Christmases ago, and I asked Mrs. B and the kids like, hey, don't get me anything, like just like do like I'm all set. I'm getting older, I don't need stuff. But they knew I was really liking this knife. So Mrs. B and the kids pitched in, and this was my Christmas present that they surprised me with. So yeah, that's awesome. Like, and I had wanted this knife for like well over a year. It was to replace my Spartan Blade Sprite actually. So and then another knife. Here we go. Like I said, I wanted this knife for over a year, and I got this one for Christmas. And then a couple months later, um, Eric Hansen, the owner of Phobos Knives, sent me his EDC knife. So yeah, I'm a huge Phobos Knives fan. I've been a customer there since like 2019. I'm kind of friends with Eric. We got a lot in common and stuff like that. So yeah, he sent me his EDC knife. So if you imagine like whatever your favorite knife company is, the owner of that knife company sent his personal knife to you. Like, here's a gift for you, man, and I want you to enjoy it. And this is the Calcula with PVD and carbon fiber scales and stuff. So yeah, awesome story with that one. And yeah, this was my first knife purchase from Phobos Knives in 2019. These are 2 out of 17 knives that Eric Hansen's ever made custom for civilians, and it's the Tier 1C and the Tier 1 Mini Gen 2. This is a CPM 3V acid etched. It's got a convex grind, so it batons like a champ and everything. Yeah, it's got a full 0.25-inch spine. So, and this is the first custom knife I've ever bought in my entire life. Like everything else I've ever bought came off the box, came off a shelf in a box, like just like everybody else. Not every, lots of people own custom knives, but not this guy. I didn't own one. Now I do. I've owned one since 2019. Yeah, this was last year as well. This is the Phobos Knife Solaris, and Eric sent me this one for Christmas. Nice chunk of CPM 3V. It's got a bow drill divot and everything. It's totally 100% field usable. But this is my go-to kitchen knife. I've been using it in the kitchen ever since I got it. It's never gone outdoors, like to do outdoorsy stuff. But man, it's sliced and diced anything and everything you would do in the kitchen. And yeah, people dig it. It's got the ivory white micarta scales with black G10 liners, a nice satin finish and everything. Very SEXY, man. I think even the chicks dig this one. Um, there was a debate going on forever. Like I was gonna dye the scales, and I was like, should I do red or should I do purple? And then I kind of felt guilty. I'm like, well, maybe I should just leave it original. Um, it does. It almost looks like yeah, the bone. It almost looks like the scales are like a bone. It's just got that kind of like ivory, and that's ivory. Isn't ivory a type of? But no, it's not a bone. It's something else. Um, yeah, I'll eventually get a Leatherman, but right now every penny is going towards medical. Yeah, I know how that goes, Squat Shop, man. Yeah, the we gotta love that. We pay for everybody else's medical around the world, like through our tax dollars. Meanwhile, like every American is struggling to like just ends meet medically, or for the most part, just cost of living now. Like rent, utilities, groceries, like yeah, the greedflation, putting gas in the car. Car insurance, homeowners insurance, health insurance, life insurance. Hey, give us all your money just in case, and if nothing ever happens, you're not getting a dime of it back. Um, yeah, karma is absolutely real. Yeah, karma's oh, let's go. Yeah. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, they're all awesome. They all have a great story. And it keeps on going on, you know. Yeah, and then yeah, when I was starting up the channel, um I was talking to Eric Hansen and stuff about what we're doing and all that. And he sent me a bunch of knives. He sent me the tier 1 BC, the tier 1 mini. Um he sent me the tier 1 mini as well to like, hey man, have a good time with those. Good luck with your channel and everything. So yeah, nothing on my channel's for sale. Everything's for, it's just it's part of the channel. I absolutely enjoy it. And yeah, I wasn't lying earlier. I don't care what anybody else thinks. I really don't. I am absolutely disgustingly filthy knife rich. And I'm bathing in it, guys. I'm absolutely loving it. And the thing is like they're all high quality knives, like good quality finishes and everything. Um it's kind of like a hard time putting some wear on everything. It really is like, oh, which knife am I going to use today? Like first world problems, right? It's disgusting. Like, yeah, man, when you wanted a knife and then like, so you get your knives and then you're like, oh man, now I got to decide. Like tough first world decision for today. Am I going to carry the satin finish or the PVD? Do I want to carry it in leather or Kydex? Like, oh man, that's a great thing to have. I wouldn't recommend doing that too much though. Like that's why we always have the same Exotech fire sleeve. I'm just carrying the same flashlight every day. My EDC is the Wave Plus. My folder is the Spyderco Sage 5. And that pretty much doesn't change because it would take me half a day to make decisions. If I had a layout like Taylor Martin or something like that, dude, I wouldn't even want that. That's like, how do you make up your mind? That's like the modern candy aisle. It's not like just Snickers, Milky Way. It's like, 150 different flavors. Like I just end up like, you know what? I can't make up my mind. I'm just leaving. No sale. Um, yeah, Rob's nice. I'm knife rich too. Can't always decide who gets used, but my para 3 gets the most use. Yeah, Rob, I'm interested in more Spydercos down the road. Definitely the what was it, the para 2 and the para 3 because that would just go well with my para bottle. And if there's anybody that can carry anything parachute related and not look like a poser, it's me. Um, so I can get away with that. Just wanted to say hello to all the trolls and confused people going crazy nowadays. Yeah, hey, Wolf. Yeah, we appreciate the trolls here sometimes. But yeah. Hello everybody. Hello trolls. Have we had any trolls other than that one dude? I was just like, it's Sunday morning. I ain't got the patience for stupid, so I booted him. Yeah, Cannon wasn't here yet. I don't think anybody. I don't think he might not have been that bad, but I was just like, you know what, dude, you're just gone. Um, yeah, that's well, that look is now on the new Ragnarok. I'm gonna rehang and clean it up. It's my favorite. Para 2 is a big boy knife. Yeah, man. So isn't the shaman? The shaman's a big boy knife too. Right? I'm okay with a big boy knife. Like I like the big boy knives for like off the pavement. And I do. I genuinely love the Sage 5 like on the pavement, dude. I do thoroughly enjoy this. It's like it's enough, and plus I got small hands. Whatever. It's not the point. It's like enough of a knife to do like all your common EDC type tasks. It's light enough and it's thin enough that when you put it in the pocket, it's not in the way. Like you don't end up with a bald spot on your leg behind the knife from the knife rubbing all day long. It's very comfortable to carry. I thoroughly enjoy it. Um, yeah, Canon, just sell some of those crazy Benchmades you have. You could You could probably sell like one of those overpriced Benchmades and buy like two Spyderco Shamans or something. Yeah, Shaman and Bodacious are my current favorites. Yeah. Aren't they extremely similar? And the other thing I like about Spyderco is if you jump on their website, um like you they have a left-handed section. I don't have to go through every knife they have to find a left-handed one. I can click on the left-handed knives and it gives me every left-handed knife they have. I think that's awesome. That's a convenience factor that's worth it. Semper Fi Devil Dog. Oh, here we go. Here we go with the Semper Fi. Cannon, yeah, roar. Cannon, what's the spirit of the bayonet? Oh, come on now. I'm going to get them all riled up. Like, Mrs. Cannon's going to get my number and she's going to be like, you need to stop getting them all riled up. Him and Mojo are tearing up the house. Oh, that's the problem. I can't break myself away from my benchmates. It's okay, Cannon. We all have our faults, man. We accept yours. I don't care if you love Benchmade, man. It's your wallet, not mine. And hey, man, if that's what you love, that's what I tell everybody, man. Like, yeah, how's it go? Like, yeah, love the knife you're with. You gotta love the knife you're with. That's it, man. As long as you love what you got, who cares? That's what matters the most. And that goes for Slingy Thingy's 2 squat shot. As long as you love the Slingy Thingy you got, man, life is good. It doesn't matter what it is. The only time it matters to me is if it's for me. And even then, sometimes I don't even think it matters. Like it does, but it does, like everybody who knows me, anybody like Mrs. B, she knows not to buy me anything ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like she's awesome. Or so heavy it constantly pulls your pants down. So for fixed blades, don't you only need a left-handed sheath? Um, yeah, man. Actually, yeah, that's a problem, man. Left-handed sheath. Yeah, for fixed blades, you're absolutely right. The problem is like the vast majority of sheaths, like for fixed blades, they're all right-handed. There's many a knife I was like extremely interested in, and the reason why I didn't purchase it is because it came with a high quality sheath. Like the sheath was like $100 out of the price, and it was just in like entirely right-handed. So I was like, nah, because then I'm like, what do I do with the sheath? They won't sell it to me without the sheath. And then I'm gonna have to purchase one that's like lefty friendly. Um, so yeah, that's yeah, you're absolutely right. Where for a fixed blade, it is the sheath, but there is a right or a left-handed sheath. Which is something that Phobos Knife took into consideration. Like all of his sheaths. No, I take that back. He has one sheath that's not ambidextrous. All the rest of them are ambidextrous. The only one that he has that's not ambidextrous is there is a leather sheath available for the Alaris. It's like a contoured shape sheath, and that one was right hand only. But anything else, the tier 1C, the tier 1 BC, the mini, the minis, all the sheaths are ambidextrous. Um, Vegan Christianity, hello. To be honest, most sheaths that come with fixed blades are atrocious. Yeah, I know, Jesse, and that's why my knives don't suck. Because the sheaths that come with my knives are not atrocious. They are like works of art. They are quality leather, quality kydex. Um, yeah. This is the sheath that comes with the tier 1 mini. Kapow! It could use a little. That's me. That's not. It didn't come like that. Trust me. It's just like when you use your stuff, it gets used. Um, but yeah. So yeah, these are quality leather, handcrafted sheaths for Phobos knives. Got the little Phobos knives logo right down there. The tier 1 mini, the tier 1 mini. I rigged this up myself, but yeah, it's all quality, high end, not trash. Yeah, dude, I've seen some knife sheaths that are absolute garbage. Um, yeah, B&A, the new hybrid ones. Yeah, Kydex wrapped leather. Dude, I want to build some too, man. I gotta get YouTube famous, man, so I can afford to buy that Kydex setup. I've been geeking out too. Oh, vegan, thanks, man. We definitely appreciate you. Welcome on board. We like to have our fun here. Sunday mornings are just in general socials. We have a good time. Um, we just yeah we just I don't know what we do here sometimes, but we're very social and we have fun with it. We do like roasting trolls if they come in here and get a little silly. We like to get a little silly back. White River is a big deal here in Michigan. Yeah, I've heard good things about White River. Not only with what they make, but they also do a lot of OEM work, or not a lot, but they do a fair amount. And they don't like make their stuff real good, and then their OEM stuff like second rate. Like everything is like they have high standards and they maintain them. Yeah, I've heard like what. In fact, I used to confuse White River with Bark River. Wow, what an idiot I am. I'm telling you, most of the people here in the chat know more about knives than I do. Um, yeah, I'd prefer leather. Everyone's doing Kydex. Yeah, Jesse. Um, I like, but it depends on what I'm doing. Like up here in the Northeast, it's not too bad. I enjoy the leather. But like down in Florida, dude, leather gets soggy and nasty and moldy and just it is what it is. And I treat the leather and everything. So like if I'm in a like high humidity area, or like like down in the Keys, there's a lot of salt in the air, because you're always on islands. I prefer Kydex because there's like zero maintenance. They both have their pros and their cons. They're absolutely right. In fact, I think the sheath that's neglected far too often is nylon. If I had the choice between leather and Kydex, I'd pick nylon. Because I love nylon because I'm a parachute rigger kind of guy. I have a thing for nylon. The Matthew, he does. Do you use all these knives or just collect? No, man, I don't collect. I use everything. In fact, I'm the opposite of collecting. In fact, I know some people collect, and that's your own choice. Your wallet, your choice, right? Um, but I preach against over consumerism and materialism and shit like that. I'm not a fan of it at all, and that's why like it's good fortune and luck and good people and good friends is why I'm filthy knife rich. Yeah, I use everything I have, and I don't buy stuff that I don't use. Um, I don't do well, I don't know what it's called. What do you call it when a company sends you something and pays you money to show it? Yeah, I turn those down on the regular, like weekly. Every company that's ever sent me a request to show their stuff, I send them back a thing like "Go pump sand," and then I crack jokes about it with the guys here in the live chat because it's always some Chinesium company telling me that they've been watching my videos and they like what I do and they like the way I present everything and they want me to represent their knife company. But it's usually a Chinesium company. And what they don't realize is like one of my hobbies is pooping on poo poo Chinese knives. It upsets a lot of people. Like the people that are like, hey, there's a link in the description because they want to make their 2.5% off that $40 Chinesium. Yeah, I won't even show that stuff. I won't accept that stuff for free. It's counterproductive to being on YouTube because I could be like, hey, man, here's the new budget banger of the year, and you should click the link in the description, and you'll be so happy. And come back tomorrow, and I got another budget banger of the year to sell you. Yeah, I don't do any of that. I've turned down literally every company. Kaiser, Civivi, and not just Chinesium either. Beavercraft out of Ukraine. They tried hitting me up to get me to shill for their trash, but yeah, it's not good stuff in my opinion. Like they make nice stropping paddles, but they're $30-$40 survival fixed blade knives. They everybody that's honest, they have like serious rusting problems, and they're they rust so bad, like you could store the thing in oil and the thing will still rust, Like you could put it in a 5-gallon bucket of oil, it'll still rust. Um, can bathing suit carry with leather? Plus front pocket carry and need that hook shape to catch my pants. Yeah, no endorsement. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't do endorsements or I don't do yeah, I don't shill for anybody. There's not a chance of that happening. They can't. There's not enough yen or won to buy this guy. Um, Ukrainian beaver. Oh, Cannon, I love you, man. You're just that special kind of not quite right. But you fit in with the rest of us because most of us are not quite right here. We appreciate you, man. Um, oh, we should change. We should have a special the man hour. No, I'd get kicked off of YouTube. That'd be the end of me. If we had one of those the man hour, with chicks in bikinis on trampolines. Um, I don't know. Hey, then maybe I could compete with Melissa Backwoods there. Don't objectify women, but I'm gonna star in a TV show where I'm naked, and then I'm gonna wear like super tight tops and make sure it's a form fitting brassiere that really flaunts everything. She's a shill. Melissa Backwoods, she's an absolute shill. Some of the crap that I've seen her show, I can't even. Yeah, that's a do not show me this creator anymore button because yeah, man, she'll get out there. Remember the old the vinyl sheath survival knife with the screw top bulb compass in the end and stuff like that. She'll tell you that's like the banger fixed blade of the year setup. She got great. She does, man. And at least there's something to look at when she's talking to you, right? And that's the whole thing. Nobody's looking at the knives. That's yeah. I don't understand that. I like both Kydex and leather. I don't have any knives that are Chinesium. Yeah, lost and happy. I don't blame. Yeah. Oh, how do you feel about nylon though? How does everybody feel about nylon sheaths? I mean, really, because we always talk about leather and Kydex. What about nylon? I, for one, I like nylon sheaths as well. This is the Spartan Blades nylon sheath. They had these in multicam. I got to get one in multicam. But yeah, I like these as well, and they've got the insert there, so you're not cutting through the nylon. They have it for the Frike as well. I like nylon. I really do. Maybe it's just a me thing. I don't know. Maybe I could do a hybrid Kydex and nylon, right? Wouldn't that be something? Or actually, I think they already have that. They'll do the Kydex and they'll do like that adhesive Cadora in like multicam and oh yeah, of course they do it multicam. Why do I keep saying multicam? I got the bug, man. But yeah, Trevor Thomas, what's happening? Oh, we're just talking about knives in general, Trevor. Like, yeah, whatever. I don't think we have anything specific, just in general. Nylon is okay. See, I like nylon because it's like that happy medium. It has like a substantially longer life expectancy than leather. But you don't get the Kydex sound if the Kydex diddly bops around. But you do have like a Kydex. Maybe nylon is the original hybrid. Maybe, right? I think that makes sense. It's making sense to me. I guess that's the part that matters most. But there is like a Kydex insert inside the nylon. So it's kind of like, instead of the hybrid being leather wrapped Kydex, maybe nylon wrapped Kydex is the predecessor too. Oh, that's special. Yeah, everybody should get one. It's fun to play. Hey, Cannon, don't be not during the live, okay? Wait until after the live. I know it's fun to play with, but not during the live, buddy. This is why I do YouTube and not Zoom. It could be a nightmare watching everybody. Yeah, not bad on a backpack or situation where it's needed to not flop around. Yeah. Dilly Bop, that's what I meant. Dilly Bop. Brian, what's happening? Did I miss any comments up here? Man hands. Someone needs to tell the U.S. senators to stop taking Chinese money. Yeah, yeah, stop, and the colleges and universities and everybody else. Um, Saran wrap is my best when hiding your knife in your. Yeah, what kind of knife do you have you can wrap with Saran wrap? Like that's got to be one dull knife, man. Are you sure that's still a knife? Um, at least we didn't talk about stropping knives yet because that always gets out of hand. Mrs. B caught me stropping the other day, and I was like, "Hey, it's my knife. I can strop it as fast and often as I want to. Strop it real good." Sorio, yeah. My Safe Life Defense duty belt, I think, is nylon. Works great, but a knife holster, no thanks. Really, Trevor? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and that's the whole thing, man. Whatever you want to use, man. I think as long as it's like genuine leather, like quality, well formed Kydex, whether it's just standard Kydex or hybrid, or nylon, yeah, whatever wets your whistle. As long as it's not like remember the 1980 survival knife that came in that poorly riveted and poorly sewn pleather, like plastic leather type stuff that eventually if you put your knife in too hard, like it would start tearing out at the top, and then eventually you had a modified, like it was more duct tape than original sheath. That stuff that's bad. Um, yeah, as long as it's not trash like pleather, the plastic leather synthetic garbage that yeah. I'm okay with nylon if it's used to go on a pack, but for on a person carry, I prefer leather. Yeah, yeah. And I think leather's like a more classy look. It has a little bit more dress appeal to it. The only thing that I don't like about leather, and this is my OCD kicking in. It's really hard like to get like all your leather to match unless you get it all at once from like one maker. The tanning's always it's a natural product. It makes sense. There's variables, but a lot of times if the leathers don't match, then my OCD is just not happy and I can't live with it. Um, yeah, Kydex with Alti Clip is top tier. Yeah, man. I have a setup like that I use. This one here. Um, Yeah, this is a Phobos Kydex with the Ulti clip, and the nice part is instead of it being on one side or the other, it's actually centered. It's you can flip it so you can make it lefty or righty, and there's multiple options there. So if you want to put a little canter to it, you can. One of the cool things about this is it is sold separately, but it comes with the trainer, so it fits the Tier 1 mini trainer. I have a trainer as well. How awesome is that? That way there I can practice the flippy stuff without losing a finger. So of course it fits the trainer and the Tier 1 Mini, the sharpened full CPM 154 CM version, but it also fits the Tier 1 Mini. So one sheath, technically two options. I don't really like the mini and the trainer, yeah, cool. Like they're going to be the same. So you would expect that to work out the way it does, but it shows that like even the precision goes into the trainer and the actual knife, and the thought and the creativity went into the sheath. So yeah, you can fit the Tier 1 Mini or the mini and the sheath all in one. But Target ad, thank you, man. Yeah, we're geeking out, aren't we? We're having a moment. We definitely appreciate you, my man. Um, bad vibes. Oh, bad vibes. Nobody ever told you they love you, huh? So you just got to go around spreading the hate. What's wrong with you, man? We're kind of is that the best you got? Like you can't get any more creative? Like, dude, you came into the wrong place to troll. Anybody that wants to anybody that's in the mood for roasting a troll, or if you want to blast them out the chat, like go ahead. Cannon, I know you got an itchy trigger finger, you silly jarhead. um, Yeah, it's okay, Bev. Let him play. Let's see what happens. Cannon's like a cat, man. He's like trolls are just mice to Cannon. He's just gonna bat him around for a while. Like, hey, man, you gonna do something? You gonna run away, you dumb critter? um, I stain most of my leather products with a dark color, so it mostly matches. Yeah, I think I would give that a try. Yeah, I think you're right on that. And yeah, do it all in one batch. Like, yeah, kind of build the kit and then dye it all at the same time or whatever it is. Treat it like whatever. And I do like dark leather, man. My custom set, Eric did the dark leather, like an oil dip thing or something. Um, and I do like it. You're definitely right about that. Like, yeah, nice dark leather, and you could probably and yeah, do it all at the same time. Like if you had a belt and a multi-tool sheath and all that stuff, you could probably pull it off. Targeted. The Persian swedge thing is practical or cosmetic. I've never really seen much. Targeted. The Persian swedge thing is it's functional. It allows the blade to flex without snapping. And then kind of like pop back. Yeah. So its primary is functional, but I find it aesthetically appealing as well. Like that's one of the things I like about Phobos knives. In my head, it's kind of where like function meets fashion, fashion meets function. It's like highly functional, but yet still very visually appealing. I thoroughly like. Yeah, the uh, the smooth lines, the Persian swedge, the ergo scales with the micro milling and everything. Like every attention to detail has been addressed. Um, I don't think he hung around to play. Can, Cannon went full devil dog, started barking at him, scared the poor troll away. That's okay. At least the troll will have something to talk to his therapist about, right? Like I tried going to a live chat, and there was a Marine in there, and he hurt my feelings, and I didn't have a cry closet. Get out of here, you silly trolls! Get your tiny Canadian balls out of here! Oh, thank the U.S. for protecting Canada, you idiot! Oh, what we got some idiot coming in here about? Oh, Canada. Speaking of jarheads, man, jarheads and stupid people. Did anybody see in the news where like three punk teenagers tried to steal a pickup truck? Well, the devil dog was working on it. Oh, I bet they feel stupid now. And so of course the Marine went full jarhead and slapped those little punks around and took their pew pew away from them. Oh, I bet you. Then they're stupid kids. I hope they learn their lesson. Like before they go steal somebody's truck, they're gonna be like they're like he's got a big old Eagle Globe and anchor in the back window too. Like that's a warning sign, stay off the lawn, right? But I bet you these kids are gonna like before they steal a truck, they're gonna be like, "You're not a Marine, are you?" I don't want to get slapped around like a little girly girl again. Um, what is the thing that says Exotac? Oh, that is it's a waterproof case for your Bic lighter. For starting the campfires and stuff like that, lighting fuses, whatever you got to use a Bic lighter for. It's a waterproof case for it, so it's always ready to use when you need it. They've gotten pricey. They used to be like $15. I think they're like $20 now. But if you value a dry functioning lighter, then it's worth the squeeze. Talk shit about USA and get the size 12 up your ass. Yeah, P&A's like me. I have zero tolerance left for people talking smack about the United States. And and the sad part is we're the most generous people on the planet. We were given like $900 million to the Congo. We paid $20 million for Irani Sesame Street or whatever. Iraq, Iran, one of those Middle Eastern countries over there, that needed a Sesame Street, so we paid for it. Yeah, we purchase tons of goods and services and provide automobiles and stuff to Canada. Like they were manufacturing a lot of automobiles. And the next time anytime some Canadian says, yes, but in Canada, we have like a health system that we don't have to pay for. Ha 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 ha. And it's like, okay, well, the number one thing aliving people in Canada is your MAID system. Yeah, if you're depressed, if you're having a bad week, don't worry. Go see the medical health system in Canada. They'll unalive you. Yeah. If you got a bad hip or something like that, they'll unalive you. If you're in poverty because you can't find gainful employment, maybe you're older. Don't worry. The Canadian medical system, they'll unalive you. Yeah. So great medical system. Their number one cure is taking you off the planet. Uh, I'm signing up for that deal right away. Um, no one wants to smoke Canadian. No one wants to Canadian. Yeah, I've been trying to get to chew someone's face off, but no one doesn't want to play. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that cannon, man. Maybe yeah, I mean if you want to mess with people, if you want people to mess with you, stop looking like a big evil jarhead. And maybe people mess with you. I don't know. I could be wrong. But that's general rule of thumb for me is yeah, don't in general don't mess with people, but don't mess with people at like the dude's got like E7 stripes, across rifles or something. I'm not gonna take his coffee. I'm probably gonna offer him a cup of coffee to be honest with you. Um, yeah, exactly, Nick. God bless America, man. We need some fixing up in here, something fierce. Like, yeah, America needs to get like back on track. It needs to become awesome. Yeah, America needs to become awesome again. Like, it's got to be like a functional, happening place, and we need to like spread the word. Like, America, the United States of America, is a country. It's not the world charity. It's not the world breadbasket. It's not our. It's like we've dumped in like 40 years or something like that. We've dumped over $1 trillion into Africa, like the continent, like all the countries, all the different countries, like $1 trillion. Yeah, we're giving billions of dollars to the tiny hat people. Yeah, another hundreds of billions of dollars to Ukraine. Like we got to stop fighting everybody else's wars. Like yeah, stop giving all the money away. Like nobody wants to pay taxes anymore. Now, and I don't blame a single person for it. Like why are we paying taxes? It doesn't benefit the American people. It benefits all the underachievers of the world. Like I'm sorry if you don't know how to grow food, like maybe starving a little bit might motivate you. It might motivate you to learn how to grow some food. No, instead we got to send it all to them. And then add insult to injury, we got to like mass import these third world turd nuggets that become just a burden on society. They're a complete deficit. And yeah, I'm talking about the Ilhan Omar crowd and people like her. Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh, you're stupid Americans." They're calling us stupid because they're stealing from our system and they're thinking they're getting away with it. And while Americans struggle to be legitimate, well, we're not struggling to be legitimate. We're struggling because most of us are honest, hardworking people, and they've just been robbing us blind. But they think we're stupid because we're not robbing the system. It's like we have what's called morals and ethics. But coming from a sub 70 IQ country, what do you expect? Yeah, like you start giving these people an IQ test as part of the immigration process. Like absolutely, if they're that, and I don't know, I'll even say give them an opportunity, give them a year in school to raise their IQ or something. But America, like, yeah, um, yeah, and that's the other thing. It's okay to be patriotic. Like I think people confuse patriotic with politics. Just because you're patriotic doesn't mean you support politics. I'm patriotic. I love America. I love Americans. I hate politicians. I don't think there is a left or right in politics. I think it's an us versus them. I think it's all smoke and mirrors and they put on a show to get us to argue over it. But yeah, I totally support America. I support Americans. I wish that the American way of life would go back the way it used to, because as it stands right now, like younger millennials, Gen Z, all the younger crowd, there is no American dream for them. They inflated that right off the planet. Um, yeah, it's absolutely disgusting. Like, yeah, the greed that's gone on in this country, the businesses, the billionaires, the yeah, it's just absurd. I love America, but not a big fan of the government trying to take our rights. Yeah. Yeah, Ghost, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and not just taking our rights, but keep your nose out of my business. We don't need flock cameras. We don't need everything monitored. We don't need everything gauged. I mean, that's what they do. They stage stupid stuff so that they can say, "Oh no, we're in danger," and then you know, all the sheeple, they're like, "Oh, we are in danger," and then the government says, "Oh well, we'll just take more rights away and we'll survey you even more." And they're like, "Well, if it'll make us safe again." No, it won't. It's gonna make you want to make us safe, man. Secure our borders, screen people that come to this country, um, people that want to like undermine our country, like Dragon Country. Don't let them come here and study at our colleges and universities and steal information from there and bring it back. Um, and make treason punishable by you know, capital punishment. Like, especially if you're working in the government and you commit treason. Yeah, man, build the gallows on the front lawn of the White House and let everybody see what happens. And I guarantee you that's only going to happen a few times. Enforce our laws. There's no need for no new laws. Like, we have plenty of laws on the books. They just need to enforce them. That's just the way it is. Like, it's yeah. If at least one parent isn't a citizen, the kid shouldn't be either. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah, that should pre-exist. No more birthright citizens and shit like that. But Ricochets, thanks for the gold coin, my man. We appreciate you. How you doing this morning? Shout out for the first, which first battalion? The first, the army? Is there? I don't know the. It's definitely not Navy, but yeah, we'll shout out the first battalion, the second battalion. Like, are you talking the big red one? Hell yeah, we'll shout out the big red one. I think that's what you're referring to, right? Or is that? Yeah, there's a lot of first battalions. That's what I'm saying, Cannon. Which first battalion? You know what? Let's give a shout out to the airborne guys, to the stupid idiots that jump out of perfectly good airplanes with a bunch of gear and a gun strapped to them. Yeah, we salute you there, airborne dudes. Um, Scout reconnaissance, baby. Hell yeah. Is that Yeah, I don't know. Is that first battalion scout reconnaissance? I don't know. But it's sure one of the best parts about airborne school is watching all the jarheads running around being outnumbered like 100 to 1. That was probably the best part of airborne school. But yeah, did I miss anything else? If at least one, yeah, us, yeah, Ryan, us versus them for sure. You're 110% right there, man. And that's what I've been saying that for quite a while as well. I was kind of going down that road, like looking for answers and trying to figure things out and make sense of everything. And that's the conclusion that I came to. It's us versus them, but them have us arguing between us all the time. Subi, it can't be true, man. It's oh my god, it's unbelievable. Hey guys, Subi's in the chat, and YouTube let him post text messages. What do you call it? They let him say stuff in the chat. Subi, did you finally? Subi's finally out of YouTube jail. It's almost too good to be true. Do I need to contact Don Shipley here? Um, Shout out to Jesse for Halo jumping. USMC baby, we're airborne. We're taking a little trip. Oh man. I don't know, man. I'll take hey ho over halo any day. That's my favorite thing to do. In the civilian world, we call it a cross country. In the military, it's called a hey ho, high altitude, high opening. And yeah, man, hook low, flare late, swoop the beer line, and yeah, she'll take you out on a date. Um, Lots of laughs, stolen valor all day. Saw a giant spider on the sidewalk earlier and said, "You can have the sidewalk. It's yours now." Um, Newhouse Lock and Key. Welcome to the chat, my man. How you doing? How's Marissa Bott doing? How's the family? Thank you to every service member. Yeah, thank you to every service member. We definitely appreciate all you guys. All them brothers and sisters out there. Yeah, thanks for your service. We salute you. And as soon as the civilians leave, we'll go back to normal. Um, yeah, thanks for the party hat, new house. Raccoon Feral, huh? I'm good, man. I just woke up, slept through my alarm. Also, what do you think about if the mom is an American citizen and the baby is born in America, then the baby can be American too, even if the father is not? Um, I think so. I think even if the father's American and he has a child with somebody, yeah, as long as there's like one legit, real citizen, then yeah, that I think that child is entitled, but not the birthright citizenship. And which they have places in the United States, in different parts of the United States, where the people from Dragon Country will come here when the woman is expecting, and they'll plan a vacation, and they'll stay at a special house, and that way there the child is born in the United States and gains birthright citizenship, even though both of the parents are from Dragon Country, you know. Um, yeah, the only real American patriot is me. I did ROTC in high school. Hey man, I did 4 years of junior ROTC as well. I did 6 years of Civil Air Patrol, which is the United States Air Force Auxiliary. I did 4 years of Naval Junior ROTC at West High School in Manchester, New Hampshire, and then I went active duty in the Army. So, blingy bling bling, man. Yeah, we'll do a little drill team, little rifle team. Learn a little bit about the desalination units and naval ships. I learned a lot of drill, search and rescue, and stuff like that, and piloting in the Civil Air Patrol. In fact, my the squadron I was out of was in Manchester, New Hampshire. We had our classes at it was the Marine and Naval Reserve Center in Manchester, New Hampshire. But the Civil Air Patrol planes for the state of New Hampshire were parked at the Concord Airport. So we used to come up to the Concord Airport, and we would take the Civil Air Patrol planes down to Pease Air Force Base. When it was still open, Pease Air Force Base was a SAC base, Strategic Air Command. So they had massive, massive runways, like for like C-5B Galaxies and KC-135 refuelers and just large aircraft, C-130s, all that stuff. And to land a Cessna 182 on the same tarmac designed for a C-5B Galaxy is it's intimidating, man. You're landing and definitely experiencing little man complex, especially when you're taxiing your little 182 airport around all those massive aircraft. Like it's almost mind-boggling. Um, or a CO2 knife. You got to protect EDC. Yeah, CO2 knives. I'm not even sure. Game on. Oh, is somebody getting froggy in there? Um, what did he? Why is it's man? My screen is doing weird stuff. Podcast is about to get their feelings podcasted out of here. Oh, parental advisory podcast. Um, got him. What? How does somebody who drool on their own diaper when they eat know if a knife is sharp or not on a video stuff? Yeah, I think it's time to stop letting people take advantage of our country. Yeah, yeah, Nick, that's the whole thing. Stop letting people take advantage of our country, and more specifically, stop people from taking advantage of our generosity. I think that Americans need to develop a little bit more tough love. It's substantially more effective in life. Yeah, I would say so. um, yeah, podcasters got to get their feelings podcast out of here. Here the goats are. I've been watching these guys go to Home Depot and talk about how everything is a weapon. Now, podcast you want to play too? Cheerio, Gooba. Targeted ad. Thanks for the super chat, man. We definitely appreciate you. Somebody's getting Cannon all riled up, and well, I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm just going to enjoy it and laugh. Like, good luck to you, man. Um, I don't think things are going to work out well for you. We're going to be living rent free in your head all day, dude. Um, yeah. What do we say? Oh, Newhouse Locking Key sent us a mojo, a tactical mojo. We got to rename that. Whenever that thing pops up, it's a tactical mojo. We're vicariously using Canon's K9 because every outdoor channel on YouTube needs a K9, a dog, and I don't have one yet. So I'm just borrowing Canon's. Yeah, you gotta love the corgi, man. Even on this economy, it's like $3 a year to feed it. I don't care. Yeah, Cannon love. Oh man, Cannon and the corgi. We're gonna forget that he was a sergeant in the Marine Corps and stuff. He's just gonna become Mojo's daddy. He's the tactical. Cannon's all like his wife's getting upset. Cannon's going full jarhead. He's running around the house like rah 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 hoorah. Are they getting them all riled up again? you gotta you gotta love the corgi, man. It's like yeah, the barking cat is the only cat that I enjoy. All other cats suck. Just the barking cat. Um, what was I doing, guys? I was putting a couple things away. That's what I was doing. We got a little bit of a mess going here. The things are not dress right, dress enough. The OCD is not happy with me right now. It's like, dude, fix this stuff, man. And you guys are better than this. You deserve better, not just this sloppy mess all over the place. Like it's absolutely ridiculous. Like you guys come here. Bushcraft has no class anymore, man. His stuff is all over the place. He's more ate up than a soup sandwich. Try eating that with a pair of parade gloves and see how that works out for you. That's what we call a suck fest, right? Cannon, how many soup sandwiches have you eaten with parade gloves? Um, Random cut. Love the collection. Thanks, random man. It's not. It's more. Yeah, I guess in the English term sense, it's kind of it is a collection of things together, but it's not like a collection like I'm a collector. It's just stuff that I have. It's by definition, yeah, it's a collection, but I'm not a collector. Um, he wanted to smoke. Got two mascots for the channel, a cat you hate and a dog that isn't yours. Yeah, Rob, we're redefining YouTube here, man. Yeah. Two mascots for the channel, a cat you hate and a dog that's not yours. Um, yeah, we're gonna retitle this channel to like Ghetto Bushcrafting 101. Like yeah, that's oh what did I yes, B&A hit him with the 700-yard. B&A, you sniped somebody when I wasn't looking? Oh, I just want to give you proper credit where credit's due. I mean, like if you snipe the troll with a 700-yard shot, man, then yeah, you've earned your patches, brother. Um, it was a firing line for sure on that one. Got the Marine all right. What's he doing now? He's. What is that next to the flashlight? Is that the fire starter next to the flashlight? Yeah, this is the Exotac fire sleeve. It's a waterproof case for your big lighter. Bling bling. It's even got the little flippy up retention thing. I think this one's worn out. I've stretched out the sleeve, the fire sleeve. I've stretched it out. It's horrible. Oh no. I never really use that feature, to be honest. You know, you can use it like a little candlestick or something. I don't know. My answer for all cats. Oh no, I didn't leave the back door open. That's the whole thing, man. I've tried leaving the back door open, but this cat's a coward. It doesn't go outside anymore. Like it used to go outside, and then some bigger cat whooped on it, which was pleasant because we got to take it to the vet and spend a few $100s. You know, yay! Like I don't like spending 25 cents on a can of food for that cat. Forget about hundreds on a medical bill. But hey, Mrs. Bushcraft is nice to us here, so we just kind of look the other way. But yeah, after that cat took an ass whooping from another cat, he stopped going outside. He's like, nah, I don't really need to anymore. So yeah, lots. We're Yeah, time for a monster and a smoke. Yeah, dude, I haven't even hardly like hit my coffee this morning. I'm gonna have to like kick it back. Oh, what happened to that? Yeah, because this one time at skydive camp, um, I'm gonna, dude, if I tell stories about skydive camp, it like some of the stories that like they can't go on YouTube. They'll close my account down for sure. They'll ban my channel. Some of the stories I might not even be able to tell on OF. You know, the Zero fans. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell the stories there either. I'm not even like I'm still trying to figure out what you can and can't say on YouTube. But one of the best parts about being a pro skydiver, and this is 100% true, pro skydivers get more ass in a toilet seat. YouTube's like you can't say that either. Like we get a lot of donkeys, man, because we got to haul rigs. That's what I'm saying. Lots of donkeys. Um, yeah, just you just leave your back door open. Um, About to wake up the neighborhood with the sweet sound of a 750cc inline four screamer. Yeah, B&A's firing up the RC cars today. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, B&A, you must be riding in this weather, huh? Um, yeah, dude, it went from overcast, cloudy, drizzly, raining nonstop, like hadn't seen the sun in weeks to now you go outside and you turn in like into a raisin almost instantly. Like you're just scorched. Um Brought to you not by China. Cannon's probably punch concrete into dust thinking of that, dude. Cannon, it's okay, bro. We got you. What's Cannon's still all riled up? It's okay. It's fun, man. It is always fun to see a Marine all riled up. You know something's fixing to get broke too. Not even on purpose. It'll just get broken. Things around them get broken. It's just a part of life. Um, yeah, B&A, don't forget to set up the target range for your ATV drive-by practice. The one that, which one that glows? Yeah, I usually just say what I want to on YouTube, probably why they like me so much. Yeah, Subi, I do the same thing, man. I just, I don't even do it on purpose sometimes. It's it's the people I hang out with. Um I don't feel like some official YouTuber, like, like podcasting or something like that. It's more like a social gathering with your buddies and stuff. And yeah, I guess like when I do my shorts and stuff like that, or anything like that, I'm fine. But the second we start to BS, and man, it just flows naturally. Um, I believe that certified badass. Coffee, coffee. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm maintenance. If I break it, I can fix it. That's a um. I believe that, Cannon. Yeah, that's probably how you got the job, man. Just breaking stuff in the Marine Corps and then being like, well, I should fix it before somebody sees it. And then when you finally ETS, you're like, well, what am I gonna do, man? I can't blow anything up. And you're like, well, I suppose I could fix stuff that other people broke. And then, oh, now you're gainfully employed, man. It works out great. That's like, did you ever notice like a lot of people that are really into tech stuff, at least Gen X and stuff, the kids that were taking apart toasters and radios and things like that, they're the ones that grew up and got into like tech stuff. And then idiots like me that were out like biking and rock climbing and stuff, we ended up in the military or, um, you know, uh, just doing some other type of sport. And just make sure you fix it just enough so it fails for the next person. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Trevor, run it like a McDonald's ice cream machine, right? That's exactly how it happened. That's when I tell my boss I have tools in my toolbox so I can fix them. Yeah, dude. How many people here back in the day, like maybe you were in junior high or high school or something, and your parents left you home alone, and you broke something while they were out, and you tried to fix it before they got home, and so that they wouldn't notice. And you might have gotten away with it for a while, but then when your mother goes to move the lamp over and it falls apart. Um, the fire sleeve, I think they made a version that glows. Yeah, yeah, Nick, they've got a version that glows. They've got an orange one, they've got the black one, and they've got yeah, the limited edition olive drab and black Exotech fire sleeve. Um, they charge $5 more for the limited edition olive one. I would never spend my money on it, because like they're already up to $20. Like, why am I going to spend 25? Um, and so I was like, nah, I'm not getting that. So, but Miss Bushcraft is like, oh yeah, I'll get it for him, and yeah, she got me this one because I'm too frugal to like justify the $5 expense for the olive drab. But Mrs. Bushcraft is like, well, if it makes him happy and he likes it, I'll get it, and I have a backup, plan B. Um, be careful if you buy something from them; it might be a different color than your buddies. Yeah, that's mostly I've noticed that with the green. The Exotac, their olive drab, OD, olive, whatever they're calling it. Yeah, when it comes to the milled stuff, yeah, or anodized stuff, the green is always the wonky one. And like these are both Exotac. You can see, like, okay, left or right, which one is olive drab? Or which one would you consider, like, army green or olive or something? OD. It's kind of like, I don't know, man. Maybe their QC guy is colorblind because, like, yeah, and it's not the only, like, I've got some stuff that's like legit like OD, and I've got some that's just like lime green or something. Um, That's when you say, what did you do? How you broke it? Yeah, yeah. Like, oh no, what happened? Right? You can't act all surprised and shocked, like, oh my God, what happened? How'd you do that? I was alone a lot. Once on Xmas Eve, my cheap Daisy really shot shooting limbs off the Xmas tree. One had an ornament on it, but puckered, 9 years old. Dude, that's the first time I've ever heard of anybody doing that. Oh man, at least you didn't shoot your eye out, right? Nothing wrong with plinking a few ornaments off the tree. You know, you got to work on your marksmanship with that. The one in the middle, the one on the left. That's what I say, man. The hell did I just read? I don't know, B&A. What did you? What can we help you with that? What did you just read, my man? Um, it's okay. Well, we're gonna work with you through this, B&A. You're not alone. Um, is it just the big words that you need help with, or is it the whole sentence? Is it lacking punctuation so it's confusing? Like I need a little more details, man. I want to help you out, brother. You're not alone. The whole chat here is gonna help you, B&A. We promise. Unless it's just back ass word stupid, then we're gonna laugh at you. But no, for the yeah, we really want to help, man, because sharing is caring, or something like that. um, Goonies, what? Gone Goonies. It's the Goonies. Hey, you guys, how you doing? And this one time at Skydive Camp, no kidding, dude. Oh, that's a dude from the other day. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna post. I might try. We'll see what they offer up. But the live highlights have been tanking, guys. They have not been exactly. Nick, Rigga say what? Hook a rigger up. Wouldn't you like to be a rigger too? Him say whoopty doopty. Coin worker, what's happening, man? How you doing? How's the slingy thingy life treating you? I haven't seen you live in quite a while, dude. But yeah, well, man, if we'll bust out the Scout LT2 for you, man. So yeah, blue skies. I don't know the slingy thingy terminology, but yeah, how you doing, my man? Xmas should be full of wonder. It's Christmas. Dude, maybe I'll do that this week. I'll bust out the prestigious award. I'll get the prestigious award out here again. The one from Fragile. It's Italian, you know. I'll bust that out. I want to Baby Ruth. Just what coin worker, you just won ECST? The novice, advanced, pro, all around, overall, woods. Next tournament will be the World Cup in Spain. Well, congratulations, coin worker. Like that is awesome, man. The World Cup slingy thingy tournament in Spain. I still say that. I don't even. They are called slingshots. I just like calling them slingy thingies because I don't know. I'm freaking special like that. Stop teasing me. Cannon, you won for that one. Yeah, hashtag leg lamp. That thing is priceless. Pro overall, right on, man. Who else did you? Who else was there? That I'm sure everybody, right? That's awesome, coin worker, man. Yeah, I got to work on. I'm supposed to be going out this afternoon to for some slingy thingy time, man. I got some clay. I'm just gonna. I'm no pro, man. I mean, I don't completely suck either. But hey, it is what it is. I have fun doing it. I kind of like. I want to learn it more as like utilitarian, pocket sized, like little hunting tool for the little critters. For squirrels and pheasant, quail, things like that, maybe rabbit. I've already been told too many times, like, don't shoot my cat with that. And I'm like, don't worry, I won't. Like, I was going to, but She told me I couldn't before I did it. That's what I get for procrastinating, right? Yeah. Blast the cat now. Don't put it off till later because eventually she's going to realize that it's what you want to do. And she's going to be like, don't do that. Um, yeah, old men and their slingy thingies. Hey, man, new house. For some of us, it's lucky. We're lucky to have gotten this old. Like, I'm shocked I made it to like 51. I was convinced I wasn't going to make it to 16, and then there's no way I was going to make it to 18, and I never thought I was going to see 21. So how I made it to 51 is beyond my comprehension. I'm gonna chalk it up to like buckets and buckets of luck. It had nothing to do with skill. It was 100% luck. Um, from Lee Precision 4.450 lead ball mold for home defense. Yeah, I'm not sure what that one is. Yeah, Jordan Smothers, the Smo Show, took third. Hawksling second. Nice, nice. Yeah, yeah. Jordan's good. Yeah, I suck at the slingy thingy after I smacked my thumb with one. I said, "Yeah, we're gonna take a break." Oh, Cannon, did it hurt? You wanna tell us about it? That's yeah. Cannon, suck it up, Buttercup, man. That's I hit my thumb. It took me out for a week. Um, yeah, B&A. What did you read? The anticipate? Yeah, Trevor's right. B&A, fill us in, man. We've been waiting for a second. The dude's comment about Christmas. Oh yeah, that was kind of random, wasn't it? No Miss Bushcraft if from the immunity. That's what we get for drinking out of the water hose. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, Jordan won the Woods course. Beat me by 2 points. That's one target. Um, hey, I have to ask, man. Did the dude who won but not won last year show up this year? Didn't he have a heart attack or something? Yeah, yeah. The hose water did make us stronger, man. Nothing boosts your immunity system better than some hose water. And don't let it flush out for 10 minutes. You got to drink the warm water and then be rewarded with the cold water. It didn't tickle. Cannon, you want me to send you some Powerpuff Girl Band-Aids? Just in case it happens again? I'll hook you up, dude. Um, Lee Reloader, molds, etc., presses, yeah. Beat. Yeah, the boiling hot water from the first sip. Yeah, that was always legendary, man. Like, yeah, it didn't matter how many times you did it. Like and the next time you went to go drink out of the hose, your dumbass did the same thing. Like by then you were so dehydrated, you didn't even know what dehydrated was back then. But you knew you were thirsty like there was no tomorrow. And yeah, you'd you'd turn it on and just be waiting for the water, and then just get blasted with like nasty warm hot water. Yeah, and then if you let it run for a minute though, it got cool. So no way, he didn't show. Cheaters never prosper. That's cool. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad he didn't like. Maybe he actually learned his lesson from that one. Some people just never see their wrongdoing, and they'll show back up like nothing ever happened. But yeah, it's the high mineral content that allowed us to have iron like bones and veins. Exactly. And not a drinking water hose either. One of those cheap dollar store hoses. And veins being. Yeah, you'd be tempted to go inside, but your mother would keep you in for the rest of the day if you went outdoors. Yeah, my mother wouldn't keep me in for the rest of the day. She knew better. But what she would do is she would torture me with some chore. Like, yeah, if I went in the house, she'd be like, "Oh, you got nothing to do? You looking for something to do? Why don't you vacuum the living room and the den and the hallway?" And I'd be like, "Really?" And then you finish up, and she's like, "Are you gonna go back out and play for the rest of the day, or do you want to mop the kitchen?" And I would not come home until like the street light had been on for like 5 minutes. Um, yeah. Yeah, first 30 feet of hose water is our hot shower. Dude, you're not kidding, man. It's amazing how the game changes. Yes, thermal heating, man. I have a 12-liter MSR water bladder with the um it's got the what allegedly a shower attachment, but what it is, it's like a cap on a half-inch hose. It has like a couple, maybe a dozen or so needle holes in it, and it's nice because the MSR bags are like predominantly solid black. So yeah, if you hang it in the morning, you've got a warm shower later in the afternoon. Um, I wasn't allowed inside. B&A, I wouldn't doubt if that's still not true. I think that's why we have shops or man caves, stuff like that. Like, yeah, how about you go to your shop? Don't you have stuff to do in your shop? Yeah, we weren't I really wasn't allowed inside either. It was always go out and do something. And we were like I was kind of dumb back then because I never thought to like grab a backpack and snacks and stuff like that. I would grab a backpack, but I'd usually have like um oh those like a little propane torch and a knife and probably some rope and stuff like that. But yeah, I never thought to bring like food or water. Like I said, I'm surprised I made it to this age. How I didn't like starve to death as a youth is beyond my understanding. But yeah, I would bring all the kits so we could go out in the woods and build like a super secret like military fort, you know? Um, but yeah, never any food or water. Yeah, hopefully everyone is doing well. Hey, Joseph Anderson, what's happening, man? I've been wondering about you. How are you doing, brother? It is good to see you. Oh man, oh yeah, man. I was talking about that, like the whole South Korea thing. How you holding up over there, man? How's the stink? It's it's got to be getting ripe, dude. Um, Gen X is the only generation to never stop riding their bikes. Um, yeah, yeah, B and A. I'm definitely one of them, man. I'm still riding the bikes. I'm never gonna quit riding bikes. Um, yeah, my first BMX got stolen. A yellow black Columbia from Service Merchandise. Um, yeah, hose water defined our profession. 300. Yeah, have to run into town later. Tori came and told me yesterday the toilet isn't filling up. Well, controller shorted out. Oh, Subi, well. You got something to do. Like you won't get bored today, man. It's a shitty job, but somebody's got to do it. I had a dope ass old Huffy. Yeah, man. I remember like red lines were the deal. Haros. Yeah, BMX was a thing. BMX was a thing for me until I started watching for so much faster. And like we'd been racing our whole lives, like from the time, like even with training wheels on, like the my friends in the neighborhood, we were like racing around the neighborhood and stuff because it was safe to do it back then. Um, so yeah, we were always racing, trying to go faster, and I saw like how fast a 10 speed or 12 speed was, and I was like, I could beat everybody with one of those, and yeah, and then thus I got into the 10 or 12 speeds, and then the big year for me that changed cycling like as a thing was like 1989 Tour de France when Greg LeMond won the Tour de France using like aero bars, and and I knew then if I was going to ride a bicycle fast, there was two things I needed: aero bars and Oakleys. And yeah, man, that's how you get on the podium: aero bars and Oakleys. But yeah, really, I was like strongly, like all BSing aside, I was like heavily influenced into cycling, based on like Greg LeMond competing in the Tour de France and doing well and everything. So yeah, like in high school, man, I had a Peugeot racing bike. Um, I had a Cannondale Gold and a Kestrel 200 SC. And it's funny because when I moved back up to New Hampshire after pretty much like having nothing to do with anybody for 25 years until I got together with like Mrs. Bushcraft, like people are like, "Oh yeah, I remember that dude. Wasn't he always riding fancy bikes or something?" And yeah, people remembered like my fancy bikes and rock climbing. So I was like, "That's cool." And I'm still riding bikes because bikes is fun. Um, yeah, but yeah, Huffy used to be a serious contender before they sold out. Like, yeah, there's a few companies that were like that in the bike world. Yeah, Huffy makes some pretty badass Power Wheel style stuff now. Dude, we had the original big wheels with the noisy plastic wheels and stuff like that. And it got like crazy sketchy going down hills on those things. And then they came out with the big wheels with the skidder whip it around brake. You know, it just locked up one wheel and you just slid around like an idiot. And then eventually you ended up with flat spots on the wheel. I call it auto corrupt, yeah. Function on. and and Lost and Happy has been picked out by autocorrect today. Um, yeah, Lost and Happy. You might want to just call it a day, man. If autocorrect is on you, there is nothing you can do about it. We're just gonna you're gonna sound stupid all day whether you want to or not. Like, yeah, Skynet's autocorrect has chosen you to headbang. Um, I want to get my grandson on big wheels. Yeah, I had a Haro, but lost my bike. Lock key, sawed off the lock, and someone stole my bike like a week later. That's a string of bad luck, Trevor. Um, but if you want to feel better about that, look up like the sabotage bikes. Um, these damn YouTubers and content creators and stuff, they rig up the bike so it doesn't end well, and they'll leave it there with no lock and wait for somebody to steal it. The worst one I've seen yet is the seat post and is on like a spring or something, and they've got a steel rod that comes up through the saddle. So when they jump on the bike to steal it, they end up with a steel rod. There's got to be like some criminal charge for that. Or I don't know, maybe it's just like, hey, you shouldn't steal other people's bikes and you won't end up with a steel rod up your backside. They've got another one where they like rig the frame, they cut it in half and rigged it so it kind of stays together. And then dudes start riding away and the bike falls apart and they crash. Another one, they don't do the front nuts on the wheel hub. So if as soon as like if they kick the pedal to get away and they lift the front wheel actually goes rolling off. Then they drop down on the forks and go flying Superman and crashing over the handlebars. Like I've had a few bikes stolen in my time, more than a few, I hate to admit. And so there's a certain amount of guilty pleasure watching these sabotage bikes, these people getting laid out and stuff. Um, yeah, it's considered setting up a booby trap. Yeah, so man, I don't know where they're doing it, but I'll tell you what, I'm definitely not going to be the guy that calls it in on them. It won't be me. Maybe I should start downloading that stuff, putting it onto a hard copy, like DVD or something. So if they do delete it, it'll be there for me to always watch. Because yeah, that's what you deserve for stealing somebody's bicycle, buddy. That's not the way the world works. How about you get a job, save some money, and buy a bicycle? Or hey man, maybe you're broke. Maybe a friend will hook you up. Skynet implode. um. Oh, what did I miss? Yeah, just getting caught up on the comments here, guys. It's been out of control this morning. Yeah, they have a taser seat for one. One of them is spikes hooked up to a taser. You should be tasered for stealing somebody's bike. They should like make that a law, like legalize it. Or at least be able to throw like baseballs at their head or something. There's something crazy going on, man. There's like a cowbell. Oh. I don't know. You can check it out at freakshow.com. How you doing? Because this one time it's got out of camp. um, come back. Okay. Yeah, you're probably right. I enjoy watching them too. Make me a copy. Nope, not today. Yes. Cannon says there'll be none of that. Um, yeah. How are we doing? I guess. Hey, does anybody know? Moped EDC Trish. She didn't have her live yesterday morning, did she? I was looking for it. It's like 10:30, right? But I'm thinking, yeah, maybe she didn't have it because did she go to Blade Show? If Skynet date is correct, we have 3 years left. Yeah, the only thing I needed to go fast on my bike when I was a kid was a smashed Coke can stuck in the back tire up against the frame. And oh, okay, all right, yeah. So all right, because I was like, I didn't make it last week, so I tried making it a point to make it this week. And then, yeah, okay, yeah. So she's at Blade Show. That makes sense. Trish, she's got a nice knife collection, doesn't she? I think, I think, like every time I'm like, and she does have a pretty knife collection. It's very pretty, but she's always like, but I use them, and I'm like, well, yeah, I know you use them. I'm just saying they're pretty. Like my knives are like functionally effective, aesthetically like that. But her knives are you know, like stylish and colorful, I guess is a good way to put it. My son loves his bike. Yeah, dude, man, I don't know. I still love my bike, so I completely understand. I never stop loving bikes, man. I love bikes. They're the best, because like if I'm riding one bike and then I'm like, oh, hey, I want to go ride that other bike. The bike doesn't complain. I can ride as many bikes as I want to, and none of them complain. If anything, they're grateful, especially at this point. Yeah, right. Lost. I try to teach my kids the pop can trick, or like what about like an old like a bicycle, not a yeah, bicycle playing card. Remember, you used to like tape that to the frame so it was in the spokes, and then you get the yeah, that was yeah, my Benchmade 940. I used the handle as a hammer. 930, 940. Right. um. So yeah, Joseph, you've been like doing the FTX thing or keeping busy. Like what's been up, man? Oh, I was talking about it the other day. I was wondering how you were doing because it's getting to be about that time of year for the funk to start. I'm sure it's like it's already going on. Um, Trevor, you're breaking my heart, man. Yeah, Newhouse got out the Nerf guns and teach them a lesson in respecting their elders. That's what you got to do nowadays. No, don't do that. I'll tell you, this is a fun fact that if you go to the paintball field, everybody there has signed a waiver and they're expecting to get hit by a paintball. I'm just saying. So, for a small additional fee, you can get the fully automatic paintball marker that'll launch 18 balls per second, and that'll do a little behavioral correction. So, yeah, yeah. If your kid's being an asshat, bring him out for a day of paintball. And can't just the bottom of the 940 handle, not the whole handle. It sounded like it did, yeah. Yeah, and then they had yeah, the choppers and banana seats and all that craziness. Um that's wild. Um but we haven't had any fixed FTXs, but we've got one next month. Nice. And then we pack out to go home. Oh yeah, man, that's what dude. Yeah, I told a South Korea story the other day, and that's why I was like, man, this story would have been better if Joseph was here. But yeah, so me and the guys one night we we went down to Tong Du Shan, to kick back a kettle of Jinro soju and stuff. And two of my buddies met a couple of girls there, and they're like, "Hey, come back to our place," because they're thinking they're probably trying to get their green card and to go to the land of the big PX and stuff. And we went as a group, so we left as a group. So and I there was only two chicks, so I was kind of left out of that group. Which turned out to be a really bad thing because they're like, well, like you still got to come with us because we're a group. But the couple of kettles of Jinro soju that we had, I polished those off, because they didn't need me to be functional. They just had to have me agree and go with them. So I finished off all the drinks that we had there, and we jumped in this car with the South Korean girls, and we end up all the way down like someplace far away. I'm not exactly sure where. And like, have you traveled around a bit? Have you seen all of those neon crosses everywhere? There's a lot of religious people there. And I guess it's fairly common practice for them to have a religious service area in the basement of their house, and they invite their friends over for their Catholic masses or whatever. And but the thing is I drank all that Jinro soju, and the odd part is I ended up waking up in one of these basement churches, like with no clue how I got there. I just woke up there going, okay, this isn't right. This is wrong. And I had no idea where I was, how far away I was, but I randomly woke up in a church, and I'm trying to figure it out. Like, I'm freaking out. Like, there's no way. The only good thing is this we did this on a Friday night, so I'm thinking, all right, well, as long as I'm not more than like a day and a half away, I have a day and a half to make it back to the barracks so that I could, make it to opening formation Monday morning. And but I'm sitting down there for like an hour, 2 hours by myself, like dehydrated, like really wanting that. But I'm like, where do I go? Like, did I break into this place? How did I get in here? Do I have to worry about like the local law enforcement? What's going on? And then finally, after like a couple hours of freaking out, my buddies came down all happy and smiling, like, "Hey, what's happening, buddy? Oh, you're awake. You made it." I'm like, "Oh my!" Like, we were in Seoul, man. So yeah, man, I went from Tongdushan to Seoul, woke up in a basement church, not knowing how I got there, not knowing how I was going to get back. One of my well, I learned a thing or two that night, and the stories about the Jinro soju are true, dude. You drink too much of that, and weird things are going to happen. But it made for a good story down the road, because everybody's going to have their military drinking story. So, cheers, dude. And Joseph, take it easy on the Jinro soju, my man. The stories are true. That you'll wake up in Seoul wondering how you got there. um, yeah, I was just almost like, hey, Odyssey, how much? What is all my AO? Like, find a taxi, Odyssey. All my AO. How much is it? Tongdushan. But yeah. So yeah, limit the Jinro soju, son. Or you know what? Don't listen to that. That's probably the worst advice I could give you, dude. Here's what you do, dude. Take out like $100. Go down to Tongdushan. Go to the what the hell is the Las Vegas Club? I don't know. Is it still there? Did you check the Las Vegas Club? Like, like back in the day, there was the you'd go out the main gate of the Tongdushan, and there was the courtesy patrol that worked with the MPs. It's kind of like the Army's ghetto version of Shore Patrol or something. Their courtesy patrol. But if you go straight, it was on like the right hand side. Like maybe there's like this little alleyway where like Ajima's there trying to like pimp off her kids or something. But just go past that because that's an STD waiting to happen. And like on the right hand side there was like the Las Vegas Club. Yeah, take your money, dude, and get yourself a couple of kettles of Jinro soju. And then 20, 30 years from now, maybe you'll be on YouTube or whatever the new platform is, telling your stupid drunk story that from the military in South Korea. I don't blame you, Lost. I tried to avoid it, but avoid roadside 10 revival. It's chaos in time. Last time I drank with my army buddies, I woke up in my bathroom on the floor. Yeah, well, yeah, Rob, that's exactly it's exactly how it works out. Um, yeah, that was one of the thing about skydiving too. Is there's a lot of ex-military guys in skydiving. So we would there was one drop zone I worked at, like, oh man, at least 5 or 6 of us was veterans. And it was like almost an even match. It was like army against the Jarhead clan. And beer mugs were broken, pint glasses were lost, cases were emptied, and all of us had a smaller ass the next day when the DZO was done chewing us out for showing up late for work because we was up drinking like idiots all night. Um, yes, the gift. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, the gift that keeps on giving, right? It's there, but off limits to us blacklisted. Not saying I haven't been there. Yeah, this that doesn't surprise me one bit, man. It was a good club back in the day. I don't think it was blacklisted or anything. It was pretty decent. Like, yeah, all the southern boys and stuff would get down in there, and yeah, they were playing like Garth Brooks and Aaron Tippin and all that good country stuff, rocking out the Randy Travis. Yeah, everybody getting up there, line dancing and stuff like that. And as in true military fashion, there was like one girl for every 30 guys, and they got way too much attention. But yeah, man. Yeah. The other thing is the big thing that they were like, there'll be no tattoos. And then yeah, that makes sense because yeah, sterilization's just not as popular in some other countries as it is here in the US. Um Another sinkhole popped up in my state this year. Yeah, Trevor, man, the sinkholes are popping up everywhere. Where I think the data, we'll blame it on the data centers. Like, yeah, millions of gallons of water a day just to keep electronics cool. Yeah, man, there's like sinkholes are going to become more and more common, especially the Midwest, man. What's the name of the? There's that giant underground aquifer that runs like all through the Midwest. That's like kind of what makes the Midwest work the way it does. Um, Another Trevor's at code or something. Nope, real sinkholes can't. Cannon, you all right? You want to talk about it, man? Cannon's having a moment. Like, is that code niner niner? Um, um, yeah, I'm heading to Guam next year for my next re-enlistment. Right on, dude. Hey, yeah, travel when you can, man, especially if it's on the government's dime. I definitely will. We'll look forward to hearing about Guam, man. I've never been to Guam. So yeah, that would be like it'd be nice to get like first hand intel as far as like it doesn't have to be like anything fancy, just the stupid shenanigans that go on are always fun to hear. Like man, back when I was there, they probably still have it. I don't know. But yeah, the day room always had like soda vending machines, but there was beer in there. You were buying beers at 50 cents in the day room. Um, you could always tell who forgot to grab their beer before the everything else shut down because they're running around the barracks and stuff. You got any quarters, man? You got any quarters? It's like, dude, be a grown up and buy your beer before Odyssey goes home. Um, there used to be like a little Odyssey snack stand like right down the corner from our barracks, and yeah, man, it was like $2 for a 6 pack of bottles, and they he's like sell you like Polish sausage sandwiches and stuff like that. Um, yeah, red flag of drinking with your friends is when they say just one beer with me. Yeah, yeah, man, just one won't hurt you, man. What could one beer possibly do, right? Um, yeah, Cannon is like blink and say shit right now. Yeah, Cannon, blink twice if you need help. 10-4, 10-4, little buddy. Hold on, Cannon. Is that a code? Um, yeah, our governor is a pile of garbage. He's getting direct payout, ignoring the public's want. He's putting a data center just north of me. Yeah, man, those data centers are they're just bad news, bad for the environment, bad for Americans in like every way, shape, and form. And the American public's getting stuffed with the electric bill. What a bunch of crap that is. Yeah, we didn't have that here. That they probably, man, I bet you they stopped a lot of stuff there because um it just yeah, just something wrong with it. I don't know. At least South Koreans for the most part are hygienic. That's a plus. Zoe the cat channel member, welcome to the chat. How goes it with you, Zoe? Can I'm going to an ADA unit. Yeah, Joseph, they don't have ADA units in the Marine Corps. They're just ADD units, and that's it. Oh, I didn't say that. Yeah, I did. Cannon, you're outnumbered, man. There's like two army guys against one. How you feeling about that? Um, Cannon, tell your grandfather I said cheers. Yeah, my grandfather was stationed in Guam in World War II. The only action that he saw was killing a snake with a frying pan. Oh, but the best part is, Cannon, that story was not just told by your grandfather, but his grandson is continuing the story, man. That's a for those that know, that's probably the best way you could go, you know. Like yeah, if you got to do something overseas and all you got to do is like, smack a snake with a frying pan, then yeah, you got lucky, man. Those are the best. Obama wouldn't let my brother re-up. He was a Raider Marsoc. Um, yeah, yeah. So Zoe, welcome, welcome. How you doing? We're not sure what we got going on. We've had a whole lot of craziness going on. There's the special needs. Yeah, what else? Man, I haven't even finished. Like, I'm like 2 hours in. I haven't even finished my coffee yet. That's what's wrong. Man, I'll tell you, like being sick for that like 2.5 weeks, dude. I'm so over that. I'm just yeah, getting in some solid, healthy exercise too, man. It's like it 180's life, man. I've just been having a good time. ATT unit. We Man, in skydiving, in the gear, we've got an AAD, an automatic activation device. It's like a barometrically controlled computer unit that will deploy your reserve parachute should you become unconscious or unaware of your altitude or something. It'll fire your reserve parachute at a pre-designated altitude. Like basically, if you're depending on the settings, but like my settings are common settings would be like if you're exceeding 78 miles an hour through like 1,000 feet or 780 feet. There's like multiple settings depending on how low you're willing to take it. And but it's called an AAD, an automatic activation device, and it's very important that you turn it on before you get on the airplane. One of my esteemed jobs as a parachute rigger is to make sure I give people a good gear check while getting on the plane. And just to see if people are paying attention, I'm always like, "Is your ADD turned on?" And they're like, yeah, rigger Tom, yep." And I'm like, "Okay, buddy." But I always do a visual check anyhow. I never trust anybody. Yeah, always give a solid gear inspection. Check the pins, check the handles. What could possibly go wrong, right? Ken, and the Marines are the only ones that have never failed in an audit. So ADD are geniuses. No, Trevor Thomas. The only reason why the Marine Corps has never failed an audit is because they never give them any money to audit. Like, the Marine Corps is probably the most broke branch there is. they're like, okay. Like Marine go to the supply sergeant or something like that. Hey, can I get some toilet paper? And he's like, no, man, take your K-bar and go shave some paper off that tree over there. Like, yeah, the Marine Corps, they don't get nothing. Like their budget is like, you know, yeah, the United States Marine Corps budget is buy your own dress uniform, dude. We're not giving you one. Yeah, we got all the hand-me-downs. They do. Bush, have you had any accident during any jumps? No, I haven't had an accident since I was like 3 years old, man. Maybe like two and a half. And but it was cold and damp, and my older brother was in the bathroom, and I just couldn't. Yeah, man, I was like two and a half since I had an accident. What angle are you working, brother? Um, they're over there with 40K round shotguns, still running full tilt. Um, Grail is charging too much. That's why. Anybody ever notice the M4 mags are the same size as a 12 pack of Crayola crayons, but you can double stack them like one on top of the other. Um, but no, Joseph, yeah, man, have I ever been injured skydiving, man? I have about 54 weeks of my adult life on crutches due to jumping out of airplanes. Um, I can't travel commercially without carrying my X-rays. I've compound fractured my left femur, shattered my pelvis. Yeah, had more bumps and bruises, twisted ankles and stuff like that. Um, yeah, I've had tandem students knock my teeth out. Um, I've had some less than desirable landings, is a good way to put it. I've played human lawn dart. Um, yeah, man, I've got a very I'm kind of proud of my limp, you know what I'm saying? I was med flighted from Pepperell, Mass to Boston General, resuscitated twice on the way there. Yeah, man. I highly do not suggest doing a ground density test. You're never gonna win. Um, yeah, yeah, dude, it is fun, man. Cause yeah, it is fun. Yeah, man, they put you in a chemically induced coma, and then you're on like a morphine drip for a while, man. You're pretty wrecked for about the first 2 months or so while your body's recovering. Human lawn dart with arrows is peak male entertainment. Yeah, yeah, man. Um, yeah, yeah. So I've done mess myself up more than a couple times doing the sky jumping, but hey, it's just part of the game. You know what I mean? If play stupid games, win stupid prizes, that's the way it goes. I don't mind though. It is what it is. The only and the crazy part is the worst part of ever recovering from any of it. The worst thing I ever had to go through was not any of the fractures or any of that stuff. That was all kind of like secondary. The worst part is not knowingly becoming addicted to the prescriptions they were giving me for pain relief. Until like I'd recovered enough, they still had me popping all kinds of stuff. And then I decided, like, it's like, all right, well, I was going to rehab and everything like that. Like, I'm walking good again. I can at least get in the rigging loft and work on gear and stuff like that. But you got to be of sound mind. So I finally, I got rid of the painkillers, and that's when I realized that was the hardest part. Not getting rid of them because I just didn't know any better. I just quit the stuff. Like, okay, I got to get back to work and quit it. But then you start having like the physical withdrawals from it, and you don't know what's going on because at no time was I an entertaining junkie or anything like that. I wasn't entertained by any of it. It was like 100% medicinal. So like, yeah, going through the physical withdrawals of the pain meds that they had me on for the longest time was the worst part of any recovery I'd ever done. Um, the Leatherman, my favorite tool. Yeah, man, I do too. For when it comes to multi tools, yeah, man, the Leatherman is by far my favorite. I should probably put that together. That's not very OCD of me, is it? Sorry, guys. We were fixing this, and then what happened? I think. Oh yeah, that's right. Kanan was getting all riled up, so I didn't want to miss the show. I actually lost track of what I was doing. I'm like, what? Kanan's getting riled up. Let's see what's going on. Cannon 3 pounds is like 4 loaves of bread. Damn. I got a card from the VA for traveling for all the metal in me. 3 pounds of it. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even like fly. I don't fly commercially anymore. I just don't bother. Yeah, I've got enough friends that own planes, and I've had my pilot's license since high school. One of the perks of being in the Civil Air Patrol is every time you get a promotion, you get a flight lesson. And around the time you get your Billy Mitchell Award, assuming you're old enough, you can start working towards your pilot's license. Like you've already worked towards it, you just got to, polish it off. So, yeah, I prefer to like mountain bike or fly. So, yeah. The only thing I don't like anymore is I'm not a big fan of landing with airplanes. I statistically I know I can land my parachute, and all the times that I was injured, it was just either doing really stupid stuff or just like freak airflow and stuff like that. Like so, the time I got hurt the worst, there was like some rotors coming off the trees. It kind of like it was a big wind gust, crosswind, and turned into like so as the wind comes over the trees, it kind of like rolls. If you want to understand how airflow works, go look at a river and watch a river and realize the way like water cuts and flows around a rock and creates eddies and things like that. Airflow is very similar to water flow. That's why we'll like skydivers will refer to it as like liquid sky. There's actually a jumpsuit company named Liquid Sky. Cute chick owns it too. Um, but yeah, so I was coming into land crosswise, and the wind was coming over, creating a rotor like a downward push. So as I was flying over, that downward push collapsed my canopy, and it was a high performance canopy. It was a Velo 79, so it was like a really high wing loading. I was going really fast, and what I commonly do is like you'll like stagger your legs, and you'll drag like I'll drag my left toe along the ground and my right heel, so like imagine this part is my knee, right here. So as the air rotor came over and collapsed my parachute, I was doing about 70 miles an hour. So I had just transitioned from like vertical to horizontal, like right at this point, and my parachute collapsed, dropped me out of the air. I was only like maybe like a foot off the ground anyhow, but at 70 miles an hour, my knee slammed into the ground, and there was actually a big divot like King Kong had teed off there. And when my knee slammed in, that's what shattered my pelvis and then broke my left femur. My left femur came out like just a high point in my crotch, and it was like maybe like almost 3/4 of my femur roughly. And so my entire upper leg like shortened down. The femur came out. My femur was actually touching my hip bone on the right hand side. And then I just did the world's longest gymnastics tumbling pass, like just raggedy doll yard sailing it down the LZ, and like I was all wrapped up in canopy and lines and everything. The next thing I remember was I was on the gurney being loaded into the med flight, and my dumbass, the only thing I could think is like, wow, this is just like MASH. Like the old television show MASH. They had all the med flights and everything. That's the only thing. And then yeah, I woke up about like a week later in the in ICU. That's a good name. I was thinking of starting a knife company though, and calling it Battle Cannon Knives. Cannon, if you were a moonshiner, you could name it Cannon Shrapnel Shine. Cannon, yeah, Cannon, you gotta let us know if you follow through with that, man. That's gonna be interesting. Entertaining at the least or something. But yeah, I would be totally interested in checking that out. Um, but yeah, guys, we're hitting the 2.5 hour mark, man. I think TCal's going live pretty soon. Is anybody aware of that? TCal Knives. Um, yeah, he's of the Jarhead clan. But Yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. It's been a real fun morning. It's yeah, we're livening things up here again. Feeling much better, having more fun, getting in some healthy lifestyle stuff, and loving it, guys, loving it. Actually enjoyed every one of you here today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks to all the channel members for helping this channel grow. Thanks to all our moderators for keeping out the trash. Cannon, you enjoy it too much, so you just, yeah, with your bad self. Um, we'll be yeah, Boondock, definitely give me a call. Yeah, we'll be doing more lives, more content this week. I got working on like expanding things as usual. But we've been doing pretty good. I think like last week I did oh, what was it, around like 22, 20, 23 uploads or something. So yeah, we're gonna try to keep the pace up on that and try to diversify the content a little bit more, but in a good way, not in a freaky leftist kind of way. Just standard diversity, no freakshow.com stuff. And that's about it. But yeah, thanks everybody. I definitely appreciate it. Things are getting froggy out there, guys. Stay alert, stay alive. Situational awareness is everything. Keep your head on a swivel. And by all means, guys, stay frosty. We'll see you on the next one.